Hello and welcome to the Stanley Parable demo. I'm just gonna turn that down to make sure you can actually hear me. Headphones. Testing. Hello? Okay, whatever. Well, welcome to the Stanley Parable demo. Sure. It's my first attempt at the game. Whoa, it actually shows my little mouse on the screen. And then it shows it even farther. The mouse is on the mouse, which is on the mouse, which is on the mouse. Anyways. Hey! It even shows freaking... No way. It actually shows frames per second. The freaking fraps thing. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that, but... It shows it right there. Begin. Hope this actually records, right? Because sometimes there's problems. I believe I can fly. Loading. Wow, it's taking a while. I'll probably just cut this out or something.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Well, that's good, as long as you're happy with what you do.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Oh.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Oh.
Something he would never quite forget.
Oh.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What drawer's open? Can I pick up the cup? Making the demo? Okay, yeah, so this is the Stanley Parable demo. Yeah. Game came in today. And yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh my god, I just thought maybe I'm dead. And since I'm like on the other side, I can't actually see anyone. That's why it looks like all the desks are pushed in. And the doors are just opening and closing. Oh shit. Okay, so I'm 427.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort.
I didn't even know that was an achievement. I was just 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I have to
10,
say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
15.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost.
Are you kidding me?
50 clicks.
I'm not actually gonna stop till I'm done. I'll like fast forward this.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all
Where's
the
the
way,
8
no
button?
matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
What? Is this a trick? Is this like a side story? 417.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
That wasn't 20, but okay. Wait, 437? 457. 437. There is no 437. There's no 437. Oh.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
What the heck is going on? Or 10.
When Stanley came to a set of 2
Oh.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't care.
This was not the correct way to the meeting
wanna go
room,
to
and
410.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I honestly don't care. I need to go to room 410. I need to go back. Where the heck is 410? Okay, so I can't go back out that way. I need to find room 410. What should not be a room 410?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had
Yes.
really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed
drink.
room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yes, you drink. Yeah, whatever.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I kind of want to go this way.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section,
Ooh,
walked straight
I wanna
ahead
go
to
in
the
there.
opposite door, and got back on track.
412. 411. 410. Where's 410? It might be back here actually. It's trying to trick me. 413. 410. That's meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
Where's room
so
410?
coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No. I need room 410. This is creepy.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive
your
economy,
410?
why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Where's room
All
410?
of my co-workers
was
blinking
411.
mysteriously out of existence
what?
in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical
I'm going in
sense.
circles.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my god!
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
I just want
Stanley
room
said to himself,
410.
this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
125.
His co-workers weren't
That's reasonable.
actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his
process in high
job.
school.
He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley.
I've been spamming
While he
space
was
and I got an
amazed he
achievement.
hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing?
Was
and
this cub here?
thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he
What?
thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
Don't
Believing that if
understand.
he's asleep,
I
he
saw
doesn't have to
stars and
take
I was flying. I'm
responsibility
pretty
for
sure this
himself.
is a dream.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock.
Why do I
to
keep
Stanley.
walking in circles?
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and
Wait a
make the
minute.
magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife,
He has a wife?
and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
The frig? That felt really depressing.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real.
What the frig is going on? I feel like the Predator's gonna start chasing me.
Who am I? And everything went black.
What? What is going on? I fucking just passed
This is
out?
the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this
shit, he
particular day,
died.
her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
What?
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
The fuck is wrong with this woman? done? Okay, well, I guess that was playthrough number 1. And I'll be back with another one another time. Thanks for watching.